Well, hello everyone. It's Bronnie here again for another day in Bronnie's World, and it's day 1030. It's also Fun Fitness Friday. So today, guys, I brought on my gorgeous friend. I call her Ro because I get a little tricked up with saying her name correct. So I just call Ro. Everyone else does. So, and everyone calls me Bronnie, so why not? Okay, go with nicknames. Anyway, Ro is in longevity. She's part of our company, but she helps us with our Better Health Challenge and our exercise and keeping us all fit and showing us different routines that we can do to stay fit. Now, you know this is Fun Fitness Friday, guys. And you know that on Fun Fitness Friday, I show you some little things you can do regardless of your age, regardless of where you are. And, you know, things for those who may be in wheelchairs even. You know, I try to just share with you as much as I can. So I thought I'd get Ro to come on and share with you a few tips and tricks. But before she does that, right, because we've got come up to Christmas, right, and we all do things we shouldn't do. Maybe not even exercise as much, although in Bronnie's world, well, in our family, my husband, my kids and that, for years, and because now they all live too far away, but we would have every Christmas day here in Australia, because it's, you know, sporty, we would have a Clinton Olympics. So we'd have our own family Olympics. So we'd have all these fun games, and depending on the weather as to whether we went for 4 or 5 mile runs and walks or whatever. And oh, look, every year we would do something. I'd come up with a different thing that they had to do. You know, we did plus what we did the year before. So it was a bit of family fun. We haven't done it for a couple of years because we haven't been able to get together. But anyway, distance as well as lockdowns. But anyway, so with that coming up, and with no further ado, I'm going to hand over to Ro for her to share a little bit of her story, because she hasn't always been into fitness, or has, like all of us, have had periods in our life where it doesn't come easy, and all this sort of stuff. So I want Ro to share that with you, so you can feel more in tune with, oh, it doesn't matter what age I am, we can start anytime. It's the point is taking that first step, right? So, Ro, without any further ado, I know you keep conscious of all the traffic that goes past you. I'm going to now hand it over to you there in sunny California. Not so sunny, but anyway. Looks lovely.
Yes, Bronnie, thank you so much for the amazing introduction. I just had to mute myself here for a second. I was just telling her that I'm outside right now, and today is trash day in our neighborhood. So there was just a big trash truck that drove by. So in case that happens, I'll mute myself, we'll take a pause, but hopefully they won't come back here for a while. And it is not as sunny as it normally is in California. It's like high 50s, low 60s, so it's quite chilly for us. We're just spoiled out here, so that's what we're struggling with. So
Let me point out that that's Fahrenheit, guys, because we have Celsius here in Australia.
Oh yeah, so that's probably
let it be in the 100 Fahrenheit.
It's not warm. It's chilly for us. But Ro is great, and I, Bronnie, I've had a hard time pronouncing her name. So my name is Rocio, and I've been with Longevity for about maybe close to 10 years, I would say. And I absolutely love what I do. And I will share a little bit about kind of my history and what even brought me into fitness, which I did start out as a personal trainer and then became like a health coach within Longevity, and which is what kind of led me to tie in with the Better Health Challenge. But like many other people, this is like a lifelong journey for me. And so that's what I always like to tell everyone, wherever they're starting at, is, I mean, you come in and somebody says like, oh, I can never be as fit as you, I can never do this. And I was like, well, yes, you can, but you have to understand that I've been doing this now for 15, 20 years even, I would say. So this is not something that happens ever overnight. And I stress that for everyone on the Better Health Challenge at Longevity, it's like, it's something that every day you have to work through. And I've gone through roller coaster rides, and I've gone through holidays where I gain that weight and I bring it down, and I'm trying to kind of find a balance. And I feel like now I'm at a point in my life where I know what I need to do, which is stay active and really moderate what I eat. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy things, but it means that you need to just be really aware of what you are putting in your body and everything else. But so anyhow, did start off, I mean, I played sports in college, did everything, but as after college, what do? You know what I mean? You go out into the real world, you stop doing what you're doing. When I moved to California was when I really started to focus on my fitness again. Here it's easier, I think, than most places because it's so nice outside, which is lucky for us. I mean, doesn't mean you can't do it wherever you're at, but it makes it easy to everyone's outside running, working out, hiking. So we've got the environment to support exercise and fitness. Doesn't mean that you can't do it, because I feel like there's beautiful places all around the world. But at that point in time, I did also kind of start doing CrossFit, if you all are familiar with that. So a lot of high intensity movements, which I don't do every day, but something that I've also incorporated into my lifestyle. And that I think is really what shifted in me, is where I kind of thought, you know what, I want to be able to help other people as well. I want for them to feel what I'm feeling. And I want them, I think, to find something that they love as much as I loved that they can do this every day if they wanted to and not feel like it's a chore. And I think that there is something out there for everyone, whether it is walking, whether it is triathlons, CrossFit, F45 or Peloton or whatever it is. I think that you just need to go out there and find something that you enjoy and that brings joy to you when you're doing it. Which is what I wanted to do when I did start personal training. I started doing or working for a company, did boot camp. So I was able to help women. It was women focused. That's what they love to do. They loved going outside and getting together with a group of women and exercising. And that brought them joy. And you have a community, and which is what we try to do here at Longevity, is also bring you guys together from around the world. We wish we could all be together. Maybe one day we will be again, but that I think makes a lot of a difference, is just finding something you love and brings you joy, and that you feel like it's not something that's a chore to you, because exercise shouldn't be a chore. It should be fun. And once you get to a point in your health journey where it's not painful and you feel like you're kind of in shape, and then it becomes fun, that's when it really kind of takes a turn. And I think it really becomes something of a part of a lifestyle. But anyhow, and so within I was doing personal training, and I started at Longevity doing copywriting. I'm now the marketing communications manager, but work very closely with the Better Health Challenge. Back when we were doing our conventions, which we hopefully will start doing events again next year, I was doing a lot of workouts at our conventions. And as far as like the Better Health Challenge, doing a lot of videos, which we will continue to do. And of course, promoting exercise, promoting movement, because I think that that's important. And I've learned a lot over the years about how being sedentary can be so detrimental to your health. I see it in my family. I see it in other people. And the more you can stay mobile, the more you are going to live longer, better, like have a fulfilling life instead of, you know what I mean? I feel like I see it with my family now. Is it's hard I've got elder aunts and uncles to move, and you can see that their quality of life isn't what it should be. And it would be if they would just move a little bit every day. So that is what I love to do. And I hope I can help people stay active and stay healthy. Not only that, for the rest of their lives. And that is what we're doing here with the Better Health Challenge. And I will touch on a little bit that if you join us for our New Year's Eve kickoff, which will be happening in 2 weeks, November 29th, we'll share more on this, but we will be shifting with the Better Health Challenge, and we're going to be shifting into a better health movement, because I think we've seen over the years that things are changing a lot in what it means to be healthy. And I think, for one, it does not have to be these drastic weight loss programs, which I think they do benefit a lot of people that need to make a drastic change, have a lot of weight to lose. But for the most part, for most of us, health is about a lot of different things, not just weight loss. And next year, we'll be focusing a lot more on a variety of aspects of health, which is going to be so much fun, because I think we have our environments, we have our social connections, we have our mindset, we have sleep. There's so many things that involve health, and we want to focus on all of that and support all of that. Support not just weight loss. As much as I love exercise, it's not just exercise, it's a lot more than that. So that is going to be exciting. So can't wait to see what that has to come for the Better Health Challenge. Well, it'll be Better Health Movement, but Better Health Challenge. But we're still going to be here. We're still going to be supporting everybody. So we've got that coming up.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Because like I personally don't need to lose any more weight.
Mhm.
Actually, this time last year I did the 30-day liver detox, and I actually lost 10 kilos, which I didn't kind of really need to lose, but I wanted to lose a little bit, but I hadn't done the liver detox for that reason. And it was really quite funny. I mean, wow, I never expected to lose that much.
Yeah.
And my husband says, oh, you really don't want to lose any more? And I go, no, I hadn't even planned on losing 10, although I was looking forward to maybe losing 5. Because as females in particular, regardless of your age, we seem to fluctuate in our weight over the month. And regardless of whether you still have that thing happening every month that us women have to put up with. But, I find that my weight fluctuates, even though my eating habits haven't fluctuated. And so I didn't want my weight to go over a certain thing, because when it fluctuated too much, I reckoned. And now it seems to be more stable, particularly after doing that liver detox. And I think I need to do another one again, because I understand, from my understanding, that we should do one at least one every year, every 12 months. So
I think a detox, there's so many benefits to doing a liver detox. I do a lot of fasting when I feel like I need a little reset too, which is also really good, which is something you can do more often than a detox. And like you said, there's a lot of people that do it not for weight loss essentially, but for a reset, because I think that we put our bodies through so much, and that's why probably your hormones were maybe unbalanced. That's why you started gaining weight. And I think a lot of the times your bodies do need that, which is again another piece of this whole wellness circle, is that there are a lot of things that you need to do, especially as we age, like you said, because things do definitely change, and movement changes, and your diet changes, and sleeping patterns change, and that's just part of it. But as long as we continue to work at it and be aware and be in tune with our bodies, we can see that there's something off, and then we can do something to help it heal itself, because your body is just an incredible machine, and it is very capable of healing itself if you give it the right tools.
Exactly right. And also I find that by movement, and I'm glad that they actually are changing the name for that reason, because more and more people, and particularly over this last couple of years, where they've been forced to work from home, they're sitting in front of a screen like this more and more, and they forget to get up and move, which is actually how it's a funny thing. It's actually how, when we went into lockdowns, was when I first started doing my daily tips. Right. And I think, oh my goodness, people are going to be stuck in front of their computers. They're going to be hit. They're not going to be moving. They're not going to be doing all these things. And I was, thinking of them, people's mind as well. I did it more for me just as well, mental health and stuff. And the very first thing I did was I had a little trampoline in my little office, not the lounge room, but those little personal trampolines. You might call them a different name over there, but and I'd put it up when I wasn't using it. I could put it down and just fit it in the space I had and did a little jumping. And that was my very first video, was me having a little jump on that. So you only need to do 3 minutes on this, equivalent to 30 minutes walking. So guys, we might be able to go out, but we can still do this. And that's how this all started. So which is another reason why Fun Fitness Friday is an important date to me, because I need to at least make sure people are up, moving and doing something.
Yes.
At least one day a week. More often would be better. But do you have any anything that you could share with people that would be, especially maybe low impact stuff, things where people, they haven't been moving a lot. And so it's going to take them a while to get back into that routine. But, you know, I do know you have, I see you do lots of stuff. I actually pinched some of your ideas to share, you know, to show people. I don't do it as good as you, but
you
the whole idea is if I can do it, then you can do it.
Yeah, all I ever ask, and I know that Sanjeev also says this, is you do what you can with what you've got. And it does not have to be what I'm doing. It doesn't have to be what you're doing. It has to be whatever you are capable of doing. And as long as you're doing something, that's better than nothing. So I do have some low impact exercises that I'm going to share. In addition to that, I did post something today on the Better Health Challenge site, and that was that all it takes is 10 minutes of exercise every day. And I know that you shared like, oh, maybe you can just do this once a week. Yes, once a week would be great. But you know what's even better is every day, short periods of time. I'm not talking about an hour at the gym. We're talking about 10 minutes of movement that's going to support your body. Additionally, throughout the day, to move is to go on walks, is to stand, is to stretch. But what I'm going to challenge everyone here is to do some sort of exercise, like actual exercise routine for 10 minutes a day. And then that is going to support your mental health. It's going to support cardiovascular health. And it's also, research has shown that just 10 minutes of exercise a day improves your longevity. You can live longer by exercising. So if this is something like, we've all got 10 minutes, we got 10 minutes right now. So which is exactly what we're going to do, is we're going to move for 10 minutes. So what I would suggest doing is just to set a 10-minute timer on your Apple Watch or whatever, put it up on a mantle, 10 minutes. What I personally like to do that I think is the most beneficial for 10 minutes is I'm going to perform two exercises for 10 minutes. You can maybe do 3 if you want to throw another minute in there, but this is all you need to do, is to pick 2 exercises you can do for 10 minutes. And then you're going to do each movement for 45 seconds. So if it's going to be maybe a push-up, we're going to do push-ups for 45 seconds, shake it off those 15 seconds. That next minute 2, you're going to do squats. You're going to do some squats for 45 seconds, rest for 15 seconds, and then you're going to repeat that for 5 rounds. Simple. You don't have to do anything else. I'm using the example of push-ups and sit-ups, but you can do anything. A plank. I feel like a plank is a very super low impact. Anybody can do this. You're going to plank for 45 seconds, rest 15 seconds, and then we're going to switch it up. So let's actually give you guys that challenge. So let's actually go into a plank. So we're going to do a plank for 45. Well, Brownie, do you think that maybe you want to do this for 10 minutes? Should we try challenging everybody?
Well, if you think we can handle it.
I think we can handle it. I think we've got the time. So I'm gonna be your timer here and show you how easy, how quickly we can do this, and the time's gonna go by so fast. So I am going to start our clock. I'm going to start a 10-minute clock, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my couch here over, and we are going to go down for a plank, and I will show you the different variations of a plank that we can do.
Okay, I don't know if anyone if I'll be able to get mine down far enough. Oh. Ready?
So here we go, our 10 minutes of movement that is going to make you better. All right, so plank. Hands are going to go right underneath your shoulders. You can do this on your hands, or we can do it forearms, and we'll do both. We'll start on our hands. If you've got any sort of wrist pain, you can definitely go on your forearms. We'll swap them both. So here we go. 45 seconds. So bring your hips up, body hips up, tighten that core. Bring those hips up a little bit more. There we go. That is the perfect plank position. We're already down 15 seconds. So you just got 30 more seconds to go. And then we were going to switch. So what exercise do you want to do next, Bronnie?
Oh, I'm going to leave that to you.
All right, I'm going to keep us super, super low impact. So we're going to go for some glute bridges after this. And this is going to be, we've got less than 10 seconds left, guys. Just 5 seconds left in this plank. Bring those hips up. Squeeze that butt. All right, and rest. Okay, so you can rest now. So
it's
now
easier said than done to keep your
So now we're going to switch it over.
All right.
Back down to the ground. Our next exercise is the glute bridge. So on your booty, feet on the ground, you're going to lean back, squeeze your hips, bring them up.
Yeah.
There we go. And now back down. Back up. These glute bridges are going to be working your hamstrings and your glutes. So all you are doing here is raising up and back down. We're already more than halfway done. Up and down, squeeze the butt each time. Here we go. Back down. Perfect. 10 seconds. Down and up. Back down. And now you can rest.
Well, that was an easy one. I don't know.
That
I've got to have that back on.
That was an easy one. So those are 2 movements. I mean, then we can keep going if you want for the other 8 minutes, or you can go at it later on in your daytime. But that is, again, simple. And you can do variations of that. You can go on the plank, like I said, you can do forearm plank, and I'll show you the variation. You don't got it. You don't need to do it. But on your forearms, same thing. You want to keep your elbows in line with your shoulders. So just want to make sure there's that trash truck.
I can't even hear it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm going to wait for them to pass by, though.
So let me see if I. So if people feel this is too much, they can be down their arms like that. Correct?
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah.
Holding my butt up better this time.
Butt up, butt up. Butt up, Bronny.
You wanted to push it up even further, didn't you?
So that is one variation. Additionally, yeah, like you said, if that is too difficult to start, you can come down on your knees. So elbows down, knees are down, okay? So you can see my knees are just down. But what I want to stress is squeezing your core and keeping your hips up. So there is a full plank position. So I do see a lot of people doing this little dip. I saw you doing it a little bit. Keep that butt up when you're planking, okay? So those are 2 very.
That's a good tip for me.
Yeah.
I give good tips, but I struggle to, you know, I guess that's what's is what I'm trying, like what I try to stress to people is, okay, I might not get it always right, but you give it a go and eventually you find yourself doing it correctly. Whew.
Listen, I don't get it right either. When I go to CrossFit classes and I've got the coaches there that tell me too, same thing, Rogue, squeeze your butt, bring your hips up or do something. So it is always nice to have, if you've got a community, other people that are there to kind of like, because you don't know what you're, sometimes if you're tired or whatever you're exercising, you can't see what you're doing. So that is always super helpful. But that, like I said, is a very effective routine way to get just more exercise. And I mean, we did 2 minutes and that was already, it went by so fast, blink of an eye. So anybody can do something. We can all do something every day.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. There's 2 things you can do. I mean, if you want row, we can have row back again sometime to show us some more different movements, because you know, Ronnie I actually pinched them off. I pinched some of my movements off you, Ro. I actually really do. I go on and watch because you do it on a Wednesday, and I was doing it on Wednesday.
That's the first time I think that I met you was through, like you were saying, through during quarantine. That's the first time that you popped up and doing your video. So that was really fun and exciting, and happy that you had your community as well.
Yeah, well, because they said, you know, you do it on a Wednesday, which is Thursday here, and I was doing it on a Wednesday. So I went, oh, okay. So I was always a week behind with what you were sharing. So then I moved it to Friday, and now I don't always. Used to always your things used to always pop up for me. It doesn't pop up so much anymore. I mean, what's going on here?
I know that's our fault. You know, we got a little bit busy. Like I said, we're just making some changes, but we are going to come back full force in January. We've got a lot of exciting things coming with the Better Health. And we are just excited to get everybody into this whole movement. And like you said, there's so many people out there that maybe they don't have weight to lose, but they're maybe not living their healthiest life possible. And maybe like, lifting weights is hard or bending over is hard. And I think that means that we need to focus on other things, aside from just like weight loss. So that'll be exciting.
Or maybe they've lost. Now this is actually something I've had a few people say to me, look, I've lost all this weight. Now I've got flabby under my arms. I've got flab all around my stomach. They've lost all that weight, but they've got all the flab. Sort of that's where, so I try and concentrate to help them to tighten up the skin and the muscles again, besides all the, the collagen and stuff they need to take to help with that. But it's sort of, I'm finding that a lot of people are saying, oh, I've lost all this weight and it's great, but now I've got all this excess rolls of skin.
That
How
also
do I do that?
Building muscle is a big part of that, and building muscle helps support that. And so I think, like we said, it is not just about weight loss, and it's not just about cardiovascular health and walking, but it is also about supporting your muscles and joints and picking up a little bit of weight. Sometimes it doesn't have to be heavy, but you certainly need to make sure that you are working these body parts that need to be worked. So that'll come too.
So yes, well, I've shown people how to get, well, because we we live out of town, but we get our milk in 3-litre plastic bottles, no glass bottles anymore, but we used to years ago, obviously. Well, I grew up on a dairy farm, so I didn't even need bottles, but I don't live on a dairy farm now. It's just still up there, but anyway. So I was showing people how they could, once they're finished with the milk, they could keep those, clean them out, put water in them or sand in them, and get weights, so they don't have to go out and buy expensive equipment to do this, and they can use those and I showed them how to use that.
And even again, just using your own body weight, just like we did, like that is gonna work your core, that's working your shoulders, that's working your glutes. So you're going to be building those muscles too. So exercise is definitely important with weight loss to support all of that.
Yeah, that's good. Well, Ro, I have absolutely loved having you come. I'm going to my guest today. And
it was a lot of fun. Thank you.
I know, I just, like the Russian twist and things like that. There's some things actually that you have in the list, and if I haven't seen you if I haven't seen how you do it, I have no idea what these things are, because whether you call them a different name over there to what we do. There was something that I saw in a list of stuff that you asked us to do. I think it was through the Walktober, and I'm thinking, I have no idea what that is. Okay, well, I'm just going to have to do my own thing. Okay. And I can't.
You said it was a Russian twist. Is it a Russian twist that you didn't know how to do?
Oh no, I didn't know how to do that, but I learned how to do that near the beginning of the lockdowns, through seeing you do it, and there's and I saw someone else do it too. But I think, and at first I couldn't do it. I really struggled, and I couldn't get my coordination right. But practice, and I can do them pretty good now.
Yeah, awesome.
But I had no idea what a Russian twist was 2 years ago, or just over 2 years ago.
So many things out there.
And there's something else. I was thinking about it. I had it written somewhere, but didn't bring it with me here. It's on your list of things. Do this routine. I have no.
You know what? How about for the next call, you write all the exercises, and then I'm going to come on and I'm going to show you how to do them.
Oh, that sounds good.
I am so sorry, but I forgot my battery is about to die on my laptop. It's just giving me all these warnings.
All right. Well, that's a good cue to end this for today. So I will just with that, with no further ado, Ro, I will end that now. So as I ask all my viewers very kindly to do here in Bronnie's World, is to stay safe, stay informed, be empowered, but do not live in fear, my friends. And when you are doing a few little exercises, getting that movement in every day, like Rose showed us, you too will be powerful, beautiful, brilliant, and most definitely very brave. And you'll get that mind going too, because mental health is so important. It's not just physical, mental is so important, and exercise is brilliant for that, I have found as well. Clears the head, clears the mind. Well, thank you, Ro. And we'd love to have you back again sometime. This was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys. Hope everybody got something out of it. And you can always, again, reach out to me whenever you need help with anything.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much, Ro. We'll catch you again, everyone, here tomorrow in Bronnie's World.